YouTube, back again. And however you are in life, or however you're going to end up in life eventually, guess what, YouTube? And there's nothing you can do about it. However you are in life, however you're going to end up in this lifetime, is what? God's will. That's what it is, YouTube. It's God's will. However you end up in life, or however you are in life, it's God's will. It's prophecy for your life. It's God's will. You might complain, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. It's God's will for you to be the way you are. You shouldn't focus on your life unless God's will is involved. Don't worry about what you're going to get, how much money that you have now, because it's God's will. There's nothing you can do about it anyway. Oh, my cousin got this much money, or my uncle or my brother has this much money. That's God's will for them to have that. And it's God's will for you to have what you have. With that said, that's not saying that you're not going to have anything eventually. If it's God's will, you will. I'm going to say that again. Woo! If it's God's will, you will. YouTube. However you are in life, it's God's will. Face it. Face the facts. That's really common sense when you think about it. Whatever kind of house you got, whatever kind of car you got, whatever kind of, bank account you got, it's God's will for you. You can't compare yourself to the next person because that's God's will for them. You can't compare yourself to the next person because that's God's will for them. See all these celebrities out here that appear in movies or play in sporting events like basketball and football games, or singers or some that rap or whatever. That was God's will for their lives to be that way. And if you're a regular person just clocking in 9 to 5 and you work in a warehouse or on a loading dock or I don't know, wherever, it was God's will for you to be that person. Don't be upset because Jay-Z is who he is and you work in a warehouse. Be happy with your life and go on with your goals as planned, because if it's God's will, it's going to happen. Your life will change for the better. Whatever your future is planned by God. Whatever your presence is like now, is God's will. The present, the future, and the past was God's will. So, it's God's will for you to be the way you are. Me, there's a lot of things that I, say, why I gotta be like this. But I had the mindset eventually and the understanding to figure out that it's ultimately God's will. I'm 46 years old. I never had a license to drive. All of my cousins drive. Everybody I know drives a car. But me, I'm 46 years old. And I never ever drove a car. Never. I never had a license in my life. That's God's will. It's a reason for that. It could be that I might get in a car accident and die one day. And God probably don't want that. I'm not saying that's the reason, but it could be. Or it could be God's will to eventually get my license because I'm working on getting it. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. This is real and uncut. Ricky Reactions. My channel is uncut, so I'm not afraid to say anything. Especially if it's going to help you and help your life. However you are in life, it's God's will. People can't do nothing to you. You can't even really do nothing to yourself. Everything is God's will. If you think you're running something, you're not running nothing. You're not running nothing. Nothing at all. Everything is God's will. God runs the show. God runs your life. The way you are, the way you're going to eventually end up is God's will. So try to have peace and love and harmony in your heart, because it's God's will anyway. There's nothing you can do about it. If you wake up, that's God's will. I'm going to say it again. Woo, it feels good to say that. If you wake up, YouTube, it's God's will to breathe and live another day. That's God's will. If God chooses to take you in your sleep, that's God's will. Yes, you can't accept living without accepting dying. They both go hand in hand. Life and death go hand in hand. It's all God's will. However you are in your life is God's will. And it's going to continue to be God's will. In Jesus' name. Yes. Yes. So I'm not going to hold this video too long. I'm not going to hold you too long on this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all, and I'm out. Remember, it's God's will.